Hello, hello, hello. Queen Coriz, live and direct. How we doing? Okay, so there's a lot of things that I really like to get off from here, and I would definitely want to speak from here. So I guess I might as well title this: Are we Africans being led like lambs to the slaughterhouse? Are we Africans like lambs being led to the slaughterhouse? What do I mean by that? I was having a conversation with one of my friends last night, who happens to be a medical doctor. And, we were talking about a lot of the things that people have to go through just to get access to the most basic need, and how, for the simplest health condition that they might be diagnosed with, they can easily get turned down just because they don't have, money. And as he was talking to me about this, of course I felt, very sad. And it's one of those things where, if the government was to do what he was supposed to do, then, we would have a better health system and less people traveling abroad just to get medical treatment, right? So he was telling me about a woman that had a condition called mystosis. I can't even say the word, which is it's like abscess on the breast when a woman is breastfeeding. It's like an infection on the breast. And he was telling me how the woman now went to church, and the husband followed her, and they were praying. And unfortunately, I mean, she practically like just changed color. Like, she just went pale. She was bleeding. The place was stenched. And I was very upset. I was very upset because these are the types of things that I always talk about when it comes to religion. These are the types of things that, I'm always bringing up. That how can your eyes be seeing someone bleeding, or be seeing something so I can't even think of a word, that is, it's just appalling and very shocking, to see, as in someone can just be dying, and you're saying, okay, let me go and take this person to this one church, and the pastor will lay his hand and the person will magically get healed. It's like a movie to me, almost. It's like this sprinkles of a light of something that would just magically just heal this person. Now, I am not saying that everything has to be about science, or everything has to be based off medical, specialized services and stuff like that. No, I think we have to apply some common sense. We also have to apply some logical reasoning and practical knowledge. And also, you can also combine that with faith, right? To say that, okay, if this person is sick, if this person has a terminal ill condition, they seek treatment, they go to the doctor, they pray to God that God will see, look at me in this situation, I need your help. You don't completely say, I don't need a doctor, and then I'm now going to go to the pastor who has completely zero knowledge about the way the body functions and biology, and clearly, in most cases, you going to the pastor is not even free. So why not use that money to go to the doctor in the first place? That, yeah, in parentheses. Okay. And it just really bothered me because, I've been hearing a lot of situations and cases like this of young women that would go to the pastor for one situation or the other, especially when it comes to, a health crisis. So my doctor, that is a friend, my friend who is a doctor, he's like, Korede, we're from a country where the government has failed, and if people are trying to seek solace, they don't have anywhere to turn to. Where are they going to turn to? God, church. You know what I mean? And it did really get me thinking, like, if I was in that situation, yes, more than likely I would feel helpless, and I would feel that let me go to this pastor because I don't have the money or anything like that. Now, in often cases, when I talk about Nigerian pastors, there are typically 3 responses I get from, I call them walking Bibles, from people that go to church and they serve, and they are very dedicated in the church. Like, you cannot tell them anything wrong with their pastor. Like, they just don't see you. And the 3 responses I typically get is, Korede, the man of God, they are men, nobody is perfect. They are flawed. They are just managing the church. That is excuse number 1. Excuse number 2 is just go to the church, mind your own business, pray to your God, and leave. The number 3 excuse that I get is we don't even know who is who. Come to church and face your God, and it is only God that can judge the pastor. You cannot you cannot judge man. If they are called, let them do what they need to do. And a lot of times when people say those things, I feel that what I'm hearing is, if the pastor does a lot of ill-mannered and inhumane things, right, that is completely not of God and very ungodly, our job as the congregation, our job is just to I did not see anything. You know what I mean? And to me, it's like, when you say you are a pastor, that means you have said to yourself that you are no longer going to do things the way everyone else does. You are putting yourself in a role, in a position that you have received this call from God, and you are trying to lead people to Christ. That is the job of a pastor. Your job is you are leading people, a group of people, to Christ, and you are supposed to be Christ-like. You're supposed to be an example of how God wants us to be. Be it if the person is a baby Christian, be it the person maybe is doesn't really have a close relationship to God, but because of the character that you've been able to display, right, that person will say, I want to be like this example, this person that has this sense of inner peace, right? Now, I was looking up the definition of a leader. A leader is a noun, right? It is a person who leads or commands a group, which is what I said. And there are some basic characteristics and qualities of a good leader. The ability to delegate, communication, integrity, let me say it again, integrity, self-awareness, gratitude, learning agility, influence, and empathy. And a leader, right, help themselves and others to do the right things. They set direction, build an inspiring vision, and create something new. Leadership is about mapping out where you need to go to win as a team, not as a team or an organization, and it's dynamic, exciting, and inspiring. To me, Nigerian Christianity and Christianity are 2 different things. They are not even the same thing. Nigerian Christianity and Christianity, the regular Christianity, they are 2 completely different things. I asked one of my friends who's kind of like a walking Bible, and or speaks Christianese, and I asked him, I said, would Would there be a lot of Nigerian pastors if there was no money or profits to be made in the church? And he kept quiet. I said yes or no. There's no in between. He just kept quiet, and he couldn't even answer the question. And I'm like, I mean, you kind of prove my point. And it's not for me to glow. It's not for me to kind of like poke fun or make fun of anyone. But it is at what point is the manipulation and the exploitation going to stop? At what point? At what point? I'm constantly hearing and seeing things where people don't even know who they are. People don't even know where to turn to anymore. They are so helpless that it's like, oh, if I'm seeing this man and this man is promising me this escape route, this man is promising me that if I turn around, fall down, fast, starve myself, give my entire salary of the sweat that I've put my money on, then there will be a miracle. There will be a miracle. And it's very, very sad that, these are things that happen 24/7. I would rather go to a church, a Nigerian church, where if the pastor is on the pulpit and he says, look, I slept with different women and, I've done this and that, but the Lord has been able to walk through me. I'm still getting help. I have weaknesses. I'm still working on myself, and I would like to see you guys excel, make it in life. I want to see you guys become successful. I will go to that church. I will go to that church because I'm seeing a man that is human. I'm seeing a man that is not putting on a facade. I'm seeing a man that is not having this mask or this fake personality that, God called him when God did not, or he's just this perfect, man dressed up in a suit with no mistakes. I really, really hope that there will be change, because I talk about Nigerians because it has gotten very bad, and I'm not gonna lie and pretend to say, okay, these things don't happen in the white community, or it doesn't happen in the African American community or other African countries, but in Nigeria we have taken it to a completely whole nother level when it comes to religion and just misusing and abusing the name of God because of money, because of money. I really, really do hope, I see a change. That's yeah. It's super sad. I mean, stories after stories after stories, and it just seems like, I'm in the twilight zone. Because whenever I make these statements and I'm bringing these issues and I'm talking about these issues, because it's important. We need to have these types of conversations, and the person is saying things like, what is your own dear? Could they go to church and just mind your own, because then it's like, well, who is holding this leader accountable for his actions? He's gonna keep doing it because there's nobody that is telling him like, this, what you're doing needs to stop. Who is going to hold him accountable? Who's gonna hold him? So, if we as a people, if you are enabling a bad behavior, the person who is doing that bad behavior, if nobody is telling them to stop, they're gonna keep doing it, period. And one last thing that I will say before ending this is, if we are not able to identify a problem, right, within the Nigerian community, we will never see it as a problem. If a problem is standing in front of us and we cannot say, this thing is a problem, then there's nothing, I mean, there's no problem to solve. You have to be willing to identify a problem in order for you to solve it. Okay, that's all I have to say. Okay, I know I might get trolled on. I know that, it's funny because I will hear, only God knows what's the comments, but look, I don't follow the masses. I do Queen Coris. Ciao.